everyone. I am Som, and today I'm going to talk about the history of GNU or Linux operating systems. This is a part of Project 2 in the High Performance Computing course at University of Massachusetts Dartmouth. So let's begin right away. So to just give a brief introduction, we will take a journey to the timeline of GNU. We will see its roots, how it began, how it developed in the meanwhile, and what is its present status. So to start with the roots of GNU or Linux, so this was created by Richard Stallman and the Free Software Foundation. So Richard Stallman started the Free Software Foundation, and the goal was actually to create a free operating system to replace Unix, which was proprietary at that time. So just to give a brief account of Unix, Unix is a family of computer operating systems, and it was developed by Bell Labs in 1969. So it was initially intended for use inside the Bell system, and then AT&T licensed Unix to outside parties in the late 1970s. So in 1991, Linus Torvalds, while studying in the University of Helsinki, actually created the Linux kernel. So, so Linux was an operating system kernel, so it was basically packaged as a Linux. So right now, it is packaged as a Linux distribution, which actually includes the kernel and a supporting system. And yes, so Linux was released under the GNU GPL, or the general public license, and this allowed it to be actually shared and modified freely. So the early Linux distributions that we know of, so in 1992, the first Linux distribution, which was known as the MCC, Interim Linux, so it was released at that time. So it was basically created by Owen LeBlanc. He was from the Manchester Computing Center. It was part of the University of Manchester. So it was the first Linux distribution created for computer users who were not Unix experts, basically. And then Slackware and Debian came shortly after. And this actually established the package manager system. So Slackware is basically a Linux distribution. It was created by Patrick Volkerding in 1993. And originally, so it was based on the soft landing Linux system. And it has been the basis of many other Linux systems. So for example, the SUSE Linux distribution. And it is still the oldest Linux distribution which is still being maintained. So Slackware is the oldest Linux distribution. So after that came Red Hat. So Red Hat was actually founded in 1993 as a Linux distribution company. And so what happened was that Red Hat developed the RPM package manager and contributed to the growth of enterprise Linux. So just to talk a bit about RPM. So the RPM is an open packaging system which runs on Red Hat Enterprise Linux as well as other Linux and Unix systems. So yeah, that is that about Red Hat. So this basically brought Linux from the user level to the enterprise level. Red Hat actually was the first company to do that. Yeah, so after that comes what I'm sure most people are familiar with as of today. And I think this is the most used distribution from Linux, and this is Ubuntu. So what happened was Ubuntu actually came in 2004, and Ubuntu was a user-friendly distribution, and it was based on Debian. So Ubuntu actually became popular quite fairly popular very quickly, and obviously because it was user friendly, and it became one of the most popular distributions. which I'm very sure most people using Linux today also are quite aware of Ubuntu. So what many people who might not even know about uh, Ubuntu also know that we have smartphones and maybe some kind of laptops as well. So a majority of smartphones are actually built on the Android operating system. So we do know that the Android operating system was made by Google, but it is actually built on top of the Linux operating system. So this actually was one of the most significant factors that actually drove the popularity of Linux. So yes, so on the financial side, what it helped was, so it gained it helped Linux gain more attention in the developer community. I mean, it was already popular in the developer community. What it did was it uh, attracted attention from different stakeholders, and it also helped boost the market share of Linux. So just to talk a bit about Android, so Android is a mobile operating system based on a modified version of the Linux kernel and other open source software. So, so with smartphone becoming readily accessible, uh, Android became popular, and with it, Linux also became the largest market shareholder for operating systems. So in addition, many cloud-based services and virtualization platforms such as Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform are also built on top of the Linux kernel. So as of today, so Linux is actually now used on a wide range of devices, starting from servers, clusters, for example, to smartphone devices, Internet of Things devices, and more. So So Linux actually had a very strong and stable presence in the technology industry. So it is actually known for its stability, security, and flexibility, and is used by a large number of organizations as well. So this popularity of Linux has actually led to the creation of many different distributions or versions of the operating system, each with its own set of features and characteristics. So, for example, some of the most popular distributions include Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, Pop OS, CentOS, and so on. So as of 2021, Linux continues to evolve and improve. So with new versions and updates being released regularly. So like the open source nature of the operating system allows for a large community of developers to contribute to its development. So this actually helps keep it relevant and up to date with the latest technological advancements actually. So to just conclude, we actually showed how Linux developed, how it started from GNU, what were the companies which came in between, which actually helped drive its growth. And yeah, I mean, the journey has been like really exciting. It was full of passion, innovation, and community spirit, which actually also exists even today. So yeah, I mean, it has it has received contributions from many individuals, organizations, and companies. So all of them actually contributed a lot to its growth. So, and we actually can expect to, expect Linux to continue this growth in the future, and we expect that it will remain at the forefront of technology. Thank you so much for your attention.